Okay, so you would put -6 divided by x. Then you're going to press graph. And don't forget to draw both sides, okay? This is an inverse function, so you want to draw both sides. This is an odd function. I don't know if you know that. It's because it's reflected over the origin. If you were going to take college algebra, that would be on there. Anyway, so we need points. You need points for over here and points for over here. And please, if they're decimals, write them down so I know. Like these 3 points, honestly, if I can tell where they are, that's -3 up 2. I can tell exactly what that point is. I don't have to write that down. Do we understand the difference? Yes, -2 up 3. -1 up 6. I can even tell what that one is. And then you're going to draw like this. Okay. Then we'll go down here and it's 1 -6, 2 -3, and 3, what is that?
Yeah, 4 today.
Is that 3 -2?
Actually, Ryder Shaver did that.
Yes, ma'am.
I think that's 3 -2. It's got a glare. Okay, and then I'm going to draw it this way. Now, these points are okay. I don't have to have, if you write your ordered pairs though, it does make it really easy for me to check. But I'm just going to look for those exact points. Those 3 and those 3. Everybody good with this one? Yes. Probably? Okay.
She said lovely.
Oh, lovely. I thought you said probably.
Just put some definition.
All right, next one. Okay, this one, now notice the difference. I graphed that, nothing extra to it. I just graphed it, okay? That's because your asymptotes were your x and y axis. It's not going to ask for asymptotes on that one. This one, however, what does it say to do? Draw your asymptotes. These are super easy. You don't have to use all those rules, okay? I'm going to go to the left 1 and up 2. Left 1, that's that line. Up 2, that's that line. Is everybody good with that? Those are my asymptotes. Boys, y'all listen, that's half your points. If you don't put the asymptotes, you're not getting all your points. All right? Now you'll press y equals.
Wait.
Number 2.
Wait, how you get that again?
It's -1, 2. Remember?
Okay, -1, because you go left 1, because it's the opposite, right?
He's just playing right now.
Elena was trying to show me.
This is the second time I'm trying to tell you, Tanner. Okay, look. This means you go to the left 1, so that's where that line came from. And this right here, this +2, that takes you up 2, so that's that line. So there it is. Does everybody see that? Does everybody see that? Now your origin really doesn't change. This is still your 0, 0. But look where my little asymptotes meet. Left 1 and up 2. Do y'all see that? So anyway, now be very careful about typing this in because the x plus 1 must be in parentheses. Does everybody understand that?
Just the x plus 1 is in parentheses?
Yeah, like mine right here. I did 2 in the numerator divided by, and then I'm trying to tell my calculator x plus 1 is down here, so I put it in parentheses, and then I add 2 to the whole.
So I did it. I put the parentheses around 2, and then divided it, and put the parentheses around.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Like you did 2 with parentheses around it, and x plus 1 with parentheses. That's fine.
Okay.
All right, now if
Can you
I
do it where you just put parentheses around the whole thing except the +2?
put parentheses around 2, no, because if you put parentheses around, if you do 2 divided by x plus 1, that says 2 divided by x plus 1. And then you would be adding 2 again.
Oh.
That means you're dividing 2 by x, and then you add 1. This right here means you divide 2 by all of that.
And then plus.
And then add the, yeah. So see, you can't do like that. Or you can use a fraction bar if you have a fraction bar. Now, look at our graph, and it should go around those asymptotes. It looks like it does. Those asymptotes work. So let's find a few numbers from our table. Oh, that's a good one. So I'm going to go, and if you want to, write them down, like -5, 1.5, -3, 1, -2, 0, -5, 1.5, -3, 1, -2, 0. And then that one is doing like that. Are we good with that? And then on this side, 0, 4, 1, 3, 3, 3, 2.5. Okay.
For some reason this in here is
Okay. Are we good with this?
Then you go back home.
All right. So there's number 2. Yay. 20 something more to go.
So are all of these problems on here?
Yes.
What?
How many problems is on this? 28? I think we said I would do 26.
Oh, well,
All right. I'm erasing. Next up.
well, he says he is, but I don't know how he can. He doesn't.
This one. This is nice. Which one? Look. Where does this one move, Tanner?
Ooh, that one's A.
Well, no, I know. Well, I don't know what it is. I haven't looked. But where does it move? This is what I was asking you a minute ago. Left 1, up 3. Okay. So just look at the asymptotes. What asymptotes move? Left 1, up 3. That's that one. Okay. And you could probably just put in your calculator and graph it, compare as well. Is everybody okay with this one? We're fine. Anybody need me to go over any of that? Okay. Speak up now. No? Yes? We got it?
Yes, great.
Okay.
I'm nice.
Number 4. This one says, how have you, or no, sorry, write the equation for translation. Notice they have 4 in the numerator, so I've got a 4 in the numerator. Now, what happens if the asymptote is at a positive 1?
Minus
You
one.
put -1, and then it's at a -4, you put -4. The x is always opposite, so there's your answer for number 4. Are we good?
I need help with like the discontinuity stuff.
Discontinuity is
do we know which one's on study guide yet?
Which one's like on the test from here? I'm gonna take 2 off and I haven't decided yet. So we'll see how this goes.
I don't even know how to do it back.
So we're going over all of them.
Unless I find one and I'm like, ooh, that one shouldn't be on there, then you know. This is the same exact thing, y'all, that we just did. Oh, you got a question? Are you good?
No,
she's
she's
okay.
So these,
This one, where's your x?
okay, so if it gets
Where's it move to? 5. So you can write that down. You don't have to if you don't want to. And where did your y move to? It moved down to -6. Now it looks just like the previous problem, doesn't it? For your x, you've got 2 over x, and your x value is always the opposite, so that's going to be a -5, and your y is a -6.
Does he know this?
Okay, are we good with that?
Ooh.
No? Ashton,
Said
you
here.
good?
Yes, alright.
Do you want me to redo that one?
Please don't.
Now's the time. I'm here to help.
Actually, it's 5 and -6.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay. Find any points of discontinuity. All the big fancy word for what numbers can x not be?
Well, I think you just say that.
-7.
Because I don't know. It's like when you go to English class and you learn vocabulary. There's just different ways to say things. Why do you learn all those vocabulary words?
We don't. There's no rule.
Miss Bethany,
Yeah.
I told Miss Bethany I hated vocabulary.
You don't do it in high school?
No.
We don't
We
do-
read
we
a
don't
lot.
do English.
we
Them
know,
watch movies.
I had
Yeah.
to memorize 20 vocabulary words a week and write them in a sentence on Friday. Every Friday, I had to write 20
high school?
vocabulary words in a sentence on Friday. It'd be a test.
That's how this math class feels.
You had to memorize the vocabulary words?
Yeah, you had to know them all by Friday and be able to write them in a sentence. Or like, I don't know if it was like put them in a sentence, I can't remember. But I hated vocabulary. But vocabulary is very important. Anyway, that's all I'm saying. Is vocabulary is important. But anyway, you've got this word discontinuity. It means discontinuous where you have to pick up your pencil. Still, that might be fancy for y'all. So, what 2 numbers can x not be? You look in the denominator. X cannot equal what 2 numbers?
-7 and 4.
-7 and 4. Or you could have just put -7 and 4. Okay, you don't have to put the can't, doesn't equal or whatever. But that's your points of discontinuity. -7 and 4. Because see, I use the does not equal sign. Notice in here, do they use the does not equal? No, because they're saying, what they're saying is, these are the points of discontinuity. Alright, so if you want to just put x equals negative 7. Actually, what I would just done is I'd have done this right there. Negative
So
7.
you have to put the line for this thing.
Huh? Now that's really gonna be if we do domain range. Does it ask for domain on here? Oh, we spent so much time on that. There's none on there. Okay.
No,
Anyway, is everybody okay with this one?
It's perfect.
Okay. Number 7. What are your points of discontinuity? Well, I can't tell until I factor. Did y'all notice that? So just the denominator has to be factored. So you've got x and x. What times what is a negative 6?
Negative 2 and 3.
Negative 2 and 3. Does that add up to positive 1?
Yes, yes.
It does. Negative 2 and a positive 3. So, what are your points of discontinuity? They are 2 and negative 3. That's the two things that x can't be. 2 and negative 3. So, I can already tell it's this answer. Are they removable though?
Yes.
Yes, because what do you notice is in the top?
They cancel out.
The exact same thing. They cancel out. So yes, they're removable.
Will it
They-
always be the same number at the top?
if it's removable, yes. Like if it said x minus 2, x minus 3, then they wouldn't have both been removable, right? Because it had to be the exact same thing written. Because that would cancel out. That's what removable means. Does it cancel out? Okay. So, gosh, the same thing on number 8. Maybe I'll probably take one of these off. I'm not sure. Or do y'all like these?
Oh, would you like these?
Oh, okay. But number 8, you have to factor. So let me put what goes at the front. X and X. What are factors of negative 54? Okay, and that adds up to positive 3. So you get negative 6, positive 9. So what cancels out? Ashton, I'm not picking on you, but I want to make sure. Is anything matching that's in the top and the bottom?
What number are we on?
Number 8.
Sorry.
But look at mine. I have x plus 9 up here. I have x minus 6 and x plus 9.
X plus 9?
So were they all removable?
No.
This one was not. So that answer is no. But what are the points that x couldn't be? It can't be 6 and negative 9. Up 6 and negative 9. Those are the two numbers they can't be. Does this make sense? Are we okay with this? Factoring is key. You have to be able to factor. Well, I figure you're just being a retard. No, sarcastic. I was thinking of a different word, but that's probably all better.
What are you thinking of?
I don't know. Okay. I mean, nothing bad. Alright, this one. We factor the bottom again, right? I told you factoring is key. There are like 4 of these problems. I will probably take one of these off. Probably number 8. I like these multiple choice. They're so much easier to grade. So I'm going to keep any multiple choice to help me grade. Okay.
Thank you, Miss Casey. Thank you.
So we get x and x. You're welcome. And factors of negative 18, which are negative 9 and 2, 9 and negative 2, to add up to 7. It's 9, a positive 9, and a negative 2. Do these cancel out with the top one? Oh, but it's not even asking me that. That's weird. Okay, but what are the two things that x can't be? Negative 9 and positive 2, which is what answer? C? Okay. Yes, we're good with this?
Will you tell us which ones you're on with this?
Yeah, as soon as I know. I'm thinking about taking number 8 off, but I'm not sure yet. So I don't want to say, I don't want y'all to mark it out just yet.
How many questions do you think there will be on?
26.
Oh.
Why not 25? Because I thought y'all wanted an extra one.
Who said that?
Tyler.
This last few we're doing? Okay.
Well, I thought y'all wanted an extra one and I'll only count 25.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that counts. Yeah, that's
I like
good.
that. It's
Oh. Now y'all aren't complaining. Now y'all aren't complaining. Okay.
Don't put one of hard ones on there, refill.
Oh, yeah, the whole last page will be like,
Okay.
Let me do like four.
What are the vertical asymptotes and poles? Ashton, this is the exact same thing. These are factors. Since this is removable, that's the hole. What's the hole in the graph? What number? 5. So I'm going to look for a hole at 5. Everybody good so far? Because the holes cancel out. The asymptote is the other one, which is -4. And that both of them matched, okay? That was a great one. You just have to know what those things mean, know what you're looking for. The wholes cancel out. Okay. Describe the vertical asymptote in the whole of this graph. Well, we have to factor it first.
3 and 5.
So we get x and 3 and +5. So do they cancel out?
No.
So there's no hole. So none or no hole in the graph. Okay? And then what are the two asymptotes then? -3 and -5. Are we good with that? And they would probably put x oh, they did. See how they put x equals. So x equals -3 negative.
But why is it negative if it's +15?
Okay, because like if you're looking right here, do you understand how I got these numbers?
Because
You-
3 times 5.
3 times 5 is 15 and 3 plus 5 is 8.
Oh, okay.
Okay? Because if 8 was negative, then it would have to be -3 and -5. Okay? But that's where these numbers come from. But the answer to an asymptote is it saying, what are the two numbers that x can't be? What number would make that, would I add to that to get it to 0? -3.
Okay.
There it is. What number would I add to that to get it to 0? -5. It's just the opposite every time. Okay? Now, horizontal asymptote, y'all. This one, I think I let them use the note card or use the little rules
Oh my god.
for it. So, because that's a lot to remember. And I'm pretty sure, okay, on this one, like if the degree is bigger up here than this one, what's your answer? 0. Your answer, no, I thought it was no horizontal asymptote.
Horizontal
There was no horizontal asymptote. You have to follow the rule. I don't know why it's doing that.
It's Shaver.
She's not gonna like that.
Shaver's fine.
Yeah, oh, they have. I don't know, the phone's not
Tanner, do you need a note card to
I
write
forgot
down?
the number.
Do y'all
It's a fail,
have it?
then.
I'm making one.
But yeah, they should
Trying to
have.
print it?
Wait, is it 9320600?
I called her.
Should think
See what I
about
hope.
They should have them there. Like, I would be shocked, cause it's May.
Right.
And they usually have them until mid-June. Or like,
Right, yours on it?
maybe second week of June.
Oh. I'll write it.
Now this
I have mine written down on my.
Okay, so if the degree is bigger in the numerator, I thought it was none.
it.
It is
Number
mine.
4.
Okay, if the degree was smaller in the numerator, then it would have been 0.
Oh, that's it?
And what if they were the same? What if the
That would've been
degrees were both 6s?
605.
Then it would have been, no, it would have been 9/2.
I'm lost in the salt straight.
We'll make it.
We'll make a note card.
And
You
I don't have a note card.
I don't think I had that on a,
Well, I have it on a note card, you guys just copy
Who should copy it?
we could put it on the board. Somebody can probably just write on the board.
Girl, Casey.
I don't know that I have them written on the
Watch it.
board.
Shit, I'll get something.
Well. Thought I smelled it.
What in the world is some of this from?
Whoa, he's got a lot.
Dang.
Does it say it every time you draw on the board?
She knows which one she's at.
December?
Which case you gotta go the other way. Or, yeah, back to where you were.
I know,
2024.
Oh crap.
Okay, y'all laughing
That's it.
What y'all laughing at?
Somebody drew a crazy thing right there. That big old yellow one.
I didn't do all this. Wait, what year was last year at this time? I need to go to,
2023.
it might be in the card. Probably May. I swear I had this.
He's reading on the wall.
Will not, this is from a year ago. There you go.
I love that. It's beautiful.
Oh, I can just use my phone.
If degree is bigger, and if the degree of the numerator is bigger is none, If the degree in the numerator is smaller, then it's y equals 0. And if the degrees are equal, then it's your coefficients.
Who wrote that?
Probably me.
Oh.
Why would you got one? Okay, so it's not easy writing with this. That should be saved right here now, so I can find it easier.
Things going in my back.
Yeah, there it is. Okay. Now, anyway, why is it what?
Monsters.
I don't know. I need to change that. It's just not a
Not
very
there
important thing in my
forever.
life right now. Okay, so number 13. It's like the least of my worries. This says, what's the graph? Sketch the asymptotes. And I went ahead and asked you to write the asymptotes and the holes in the graph, just in case you forget to sketch them. Maybe you can get partial credit for having it here. So first thing I need to do is factor everything. So my numerator, my denominator. Lots of x's. What are factors of -6?
3 and 3. Or 3 and 2.
Okay, -3 and a +2, and that works. What are factors of -9? What times what is -9? A -3 and a +3. That's the only thing that would work. And it does, it cancels out. It's a difference of squares. So, what are your, is there a hole in the graph, first of all?
Yes.
-3. Or
At-
+3.
It's at 3. Okay, where's the asymptote then?
-3.
So, let's draw the asymptote at,
Wait, we have to put 1?
yep, I'm getting to it.
Oh, sorry.
Yep. Okay, let's draw the asymptote at -3. I can't really draw a hole in the graph. Now, there is a vertical asymptote. Don't those match? And there's going to be a vertical asymptote test. So it's 1/1. What's 1/1? How'd you get that? You could also look at your graph and kind of tell.
Yeah, I kinda-
Because when the degrees match, that little screen I just showed y'all, the vertical asymptote is the coefficients out front. An understood 1 over an understood 1. What's 1/1? 1. So your, I think I said vertical. Gosh, I need to be saying horizontal. So your horizontal asymptote is,
Do they want us to graph it?
well, that's the asymptotes. Graph your asymptotes and list them.
So Miss Casey, the +3 on the
May I
problem.
have your attention? I need Addison and Gage
Yes, thank
Giddings to check out. Addison and
+3, that's
Gage
the whole,
Giddings.
right? Or do you have to change it?
No, this is the hole in the
Oh,
graph.
I get it.
Okay, which is 3, right?
I couldn't remember which one.
This one is the asymptote, and then you're also going to have a horizontal asymptote. I kept saying vertical.
Yes.
So on this problem, on your test, because this one will be on there, you are going to have a horizontal asymptote, a vertical asymptote, and a hole in the graph. Okay? And so the only thing we haven't done is graphed it and drew the hole. I don't know how to say that. Okay. So I'm going to go in and put this on my y equals. But the thing I would do is this right here is a lot of parentheses, right? This right here is not. I'm just going to do parentheses in the top for x squared minus x minus 6. The reason I'm doing this is it's easier. I'm just going back to the beginning. Divided by, and all in the bottom is x squared minus 9.
So that's how you do it, Hal. I told you that earlier.
Alright, is everybody good with that? Everybody's fine with why I did that? You can type this one in. It's just a lot of double parentheses.
You have a tissue? Oh, yeah.
Well, I should. Oh, there's some there. Is it?
No, that's
Here.
It's here.
Thank you.
Okay.
You need another one?
So mean.
It is so dusty. Okay, so now if I graph, here they are. I need, and you can tell y'all, you can look at it and tell that there's a vertical and a horizontal asymptote. Okay, so let's look at our points.
Is this for me?
So I would write a few points. Let's do like -7, comma 1.25, -5, 1.5, -4, 2. Some of these go a little bit too far. It's okay. We'll go there. -5 goes up a little bit. -4 up a little bit more. Not much. Okay, so it's going like that. Everybody good with that?
That's the worst point. Thank you.
Now, the hole in the graph is at 3. I gotta remember that. I'm gonna put like a little star. up here. Then I've got, I can't tell what that is.
It's -0.
It's a -2, 0, yeah. Okay, so I've got -2, 0, -1.5, and 1.75. So I would -2, 0, -1.5. No, did I say that right? Yeah, and then over 1 and up 0.75. And then I would draw like this. What am I gonna do at 3?
Open circle.
There you go. There we go. It looks like a closed circle, but it's an open. It's because my little dotted line. Do we get that, y'all? Okay, so that one has a lot of pieces to it. That's probably gonna be your hardest problem on the test.
Yep, that was
Are you sure?
right.
Am I sure? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Okay. How much time do we have? We still have a little bit. We'll work till the bell. I would love to get through like 18 of these, but I don't know that we can.
Here.
That's in there,
So that we don't have very many tomorrow. Okay, can I erase or are we still writing? Writing?
We're good. We're good.
I still see some writing. Oh, most of them are multiple choice left though.
Like the number 14 just made it. There would be no hole.
Hold on, I'll get it out in a second. I still have a few writing.
I figured it was the same as this one.
No, usually the shorter.
What is the graph?
They'll get deep before too, right?
Wait, I think I have it. Wait,
You do the numbers.
okay,
Alright, we ready? I think we're ready. Okay. Number 14. Oh, this one is a graph. So this one looks crazy.
It's horrifying.
It's horrifying. You know what I'd do? I'd just,
Graph it.
yeah, I would graph it, or I would just know where's there a hole in the graph or the asymptotes. I would just kind of compare that. Let me look. Yeah, but we'll.
The asymptotes are the same right
and
there.
2, right?
The asymptotes are the same. Let's see. They are -2 and 2. Are they the same on all of them?
All of them.
Oh, that's awful. Okay.
Make sure you put it in parentheses.
So, yep, you would have to do parentheses x plus 4 and x plus 4. There's my first one. Is everybody okay with that? Or use a fraction. Y'all, I would just use my fraction bar. I'll do this though. Okay, and then x plus 2, x minus 2. Which we can look at our table in a second, but I'm just going to look at my graph.
Oh, bless you.
Why is there a glare so bad today?
It's horrible.
Maybe it's just where, there. Maybe I can just put it over here. Okay. So, which one looks like this?
D.
It definitely, wait, is it D?
Yes.
Oh, it is, because I was thinking it's this one, but this one doesn't go down far enough, right? It's just comparing graphs. How is this, was this bad?
Awful.
Awful? You have to type it in. If you have a fraction bar, it would make this one a lot easier, okay?
I think it's the same on next.
But if you had to mark the points, it'd be even worse.
Yeah. This one,
It's so confusing.
Which?
you have, just graph it.
Solve one here.
I've got in parentheses again, 3x plus 4. Please don't forget parentheses. Divided by 5x plus 5. I'm probably going to take one of these off there.
Someone's already turned on?
Yeah, she loves us. We're historians.
Yeah, we're her.
Okay, y'all, I'm doing videos.
Yeah, in this case, you need to move.
What?
Oh.
What'd you say?
You want
Okay,
You should get Bill one.
y'all, okay, which one matches this?
What?
Which one matches?
C.
See.
C. Your answer is C. You just type it in correctly and you match it. Okay? But I do think I'm only doing one of those. Cool.
Thank you.
But I'm not sure. Still, I'm not sure what ones I'm taking off.
Would you just put it in calculator?
What? I just graphed it. I compared it.
That's what I thought.
Okay, this one, y'all, we already had like 3 of these, I swear. Where does this move? Well, it moves to the left 7. So I would put a x plus 7 All right, it's one of these. And then it does move up 6, so I'm gonna put a +6, so it's D.
Ooh, would 17 be no horizontal asymptote?
But Ben,
I don't. This what is 17? Are we on? What number are we on?
16.
Let me see.
'Cause they match.
Yep. So there is one. Okay, are we ready to keep going? This one would be on the board again. You follow your rules. So since they have the same degree, you just put -4/9.
oh, you said
That's
we put it on
D.
the board?
That I have that on the board. I'm just gonna put that up here because that's why I went to find it real quick. Sorry, you can make a note card if you'd rather your note card with it on there, but it, I'm
Put all my
sorry.
notes in this note.
No, you're not gonna put all your notes. I might come check it, and then I might pick it up and throw it away.
Whoa.
I'm just kidding. That's a little harsh.
That's a little note card.
Okay.
Just say it, I
I put
know.
my little gas this test.
I was just kidding. Okay. These it says, okay, state any restrictions and simplify. We're not looking for asymptotes. We're not looking for holes in the graph. We are going to factor and cross things out. First of all, what's my restriction? K cannot be 8. So that is this one or this one so far. But now let's factor the top.
I think it's
It's K and K.
Where does it?
I don't
it's
know.
locked again.
I don't know what's going on.
This one
Sorry.
it doesn't get
I
locked.
keep fixing it.
Thank you.
All right. So what times what is 56? Y'all just said this, and it has to add up to -15.
Negative.
They're both going to be a -7 and a -8. What happens? What happens?
Wait,
Yeah.
what we do?
I just. What times what was 56 that adds to -15? The 8's cancel out, so what is simplified is what's left over. K minus 7. There it is. Are we good with that? Okay.
What?
Hey, we got through 18 of them.
What does it say -K+7? Will that ever be an answer?
Probably not. I mean, maybe. I don't know.
What?
Can negative K ever be an answer?
No, I mean, I guess it could, but that's kind of weird on this one.
Sorry.
Like, I probably wouldn't leave, put a negative K. I just hate to, I don't know. I hate to say that.
We got through 18.
Oh, we've got through 18. We're gonna, y'all, don't y'all want to just get done, so then y'all can just focus on your own tomorrow? Let's just do 19. Let's do 19. Less tomorrow, because we don't ever know what tomorrow holds, right? We might be like super busy tomorrow, and then we can't get through as many problems,
Well,
and
just first of all, because
When's the
we have to
test?
get to the senior brain.
Oh,
so what times what is, y'all just Tuesday, what times what's 24?
We could probably
Six and 4, and that does add up to 10, so it's 6 and 4. What times what is 12?
6 and 2.
That does add up to 8. I was thinking 3 and 4 does not add up to 8. 6 and 2, that does work. Okay, we are simplifying. Well, first of all, what are my restrictions though?
The 6 cancel out.
The -6 and the -2. So I'm looking here and here.
And the 6
The 6's cancel out. So my answer is
M
M plus 4 over M plus 2, which is D.
What is that -M+4?
I don't know. That's weird.
Can you not erase?
I think it's just there to confuse you and make you think, this one was probably supposed to be more difficult, so I'm going to pick that one. I would do that
That,
one.
why would you do that to me?
no, no.
These are the pages that I'm looking at, so
Or
sorry.
we pick our own, whichever extra we want.
Yeah, so I'm putting 26 on there, but I haven't really decided what 26 yet, you know? Let me stop record.